I like to think I'm in a better position than what I used to be. Alright. Correcting people like you on your shit. You know, blaggers. Blagging fuckers. Eh? Strutting about making out you know about boxing. Fucking do me a fucking favour, mate. Jesus Christ, man. Do me a favour. But it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. Shit chatters, people like you, Spencer. But anyway, forget about that. Forget about that. What are you shouting off about? You're some sort of gym daddy and you'll bash me up in Miguel's gym or something. What? You're talking utter shit. I put you on a billboard, right? If John Fury were going to fight Mickey Theo, right? I put you on billboard because me and you have got beef from a year ago, haven't we? And that can still be sorted. And you've got all advantages because you're ex-boxing, aren't you? Alright, but we'll have it on hard road if you want, Spencer. I ain't really bothered about you. I'm not fucking training here every day for fuck all, mate. So it's up to you, mate. Just get in touch, mate. I'm not hard to get in touch. porkycorner@mail.com, Spencer. Alright. Or we can get at it at Mickey Theo's gym in Essex. That's down your way, innit? You know, I'm down there every couple of months. So it's up to you, mate. But I don't really give two fucks about you, mate.
Do you know what I mean? Because 20 years ago, that would have gone the other way. I wouldn't have been bothered about fucking big, daft, stupid doormen. I would have chopped them up. Do you know what I mean? If that had been in Doncaster, he'd have got chopped up him, that doorman. Don't fuck about with them, and I'd have got to you and chop you up, you little fucking prick. You want to think you're lucky? You want to fucking look up to God and think, and thank God it's not 1994, boy. Alright, now go on, fuck off. Let me tell you this, I'm going to start dropping on a few people this time. I'm not going to warn them, I'm just going to drop on them. Because it needs tidying up, all this. Some of the stuff I get sent, yeah, I'm out there, but I'm prepared to put my face to the videos. Right? I put my face to the videos. I'm going to start dropping on these people. There's going to be no warnings. Oh, let's meet here, there and everywhere. Boom. I'm just going to fucking drop on them. I'm in shape now. Just need a bit of tidying up and that. And that's it. So Spencer Fearon, come see me when you get to 154. Me and you'll get at it. I ain't bothered about you, mate. You couldn't fight when you were a fucking pro. So I'll get you dealt with as well. You're knocking on a bit just like me.
Alright, but we'll have it on hard road if you want, Spencer. I ain't really bothered about you.
I'm ready to fight any of them. Spencer Fearon, get down to £154 and we'll get at it. There you go, I've said it. Call me anytime you want, Spencer. porkycorner@mail.com. Get to 154 and we'll sort it out, Spencer. So Spencer Fearon, come see me when you get to 154. Me and you'll get at it. I ain't bothered about you.
What's good, family? Shout out to my doggy, Devil Dog 83, for sending in much needed coin right now. Yeah, gas prices are going through the roof. You best believe it as well. Need all the coin. Oh man, this video is joke, and this is why, you see, this is why nitties shouldn't be allowed on the internet. Back in 1994. Back in 1994. Yeah, you was getting served too light in the dark. You understand about what you was doing back in 1994, you nitty. You know, what's wrong with this guy? Yeah, no teeth having no teeth having ours, gastric band having ours. Oh, it's mad. I'm sorry, it's mad, yeah. It's mad. What times are we in when a Donny, who at 45-year-old, don't have his own teeth, gastric band, nitty, yeah, getting served up. I mean, look at the cheeks, yeah, them cheeks. People think, oh, he lost weight. Look, he been on the pipe, 100%. He got cheek, he got pipe cheek. He be so, listen, 100%. The only way you get them cheeks, yeah, is when you be sucking on the pipe, 100%. That's what he has been doing, yeah, no doubt about that. And that's why I think, that's why he's so gassed. Because I'm telling you now, there's no way, yeah, there's no way someone in his condition can be gassed without chemicals to the brain. There's not even a bit of a way about it. Who does the guy think he is? I mean, then again, I can't lie. Or, in fact, let me walk that back. He knows what he's doing. He ain't stupid, yeah? He an internet woofer. Bottom line, big internet woofing having us. And don't get me wrong, I've already said I give him credit for pulling up on Michael. Yeah, I don't know what Michael doing. Let's be real. I'm gonna tell you now. I don't know what funny style game Michael playing. Yeah, he doing his own funny style thing right now. That's on him. Yeah, that's his business. 100%. I'm not gonna justify. Yeah, if Michael if Michael don't want to do nothing with Pork, that's on him. So I gotta respect Pork. Yeah, has Pork punked Michael off? The chances are probably yeah. Michael being punked by Pork, 100%. That said, this ain't really got nothing to do with Michael. He tweaking himself. Yeah, he's got his own things to sort out. Let's crack on with the original beef. The original beef was, yeah, before you started trying to do these psyop games, Pork thinks he's smart. He thinks, oh, wait there a minute. Yeah, and he smells it. He spends a lot of time around people who believe his stories. Yeah, I'm sure when Max hears the story of 1994 and chopping people up, oh, tell me more, Pork. Yeah, tell me more. He's mad. I've never seen anything like it. Call me a liar. Have you ever seen a man with no teeth? No teeth, gastric band, 5'5" Donny, talking about what he's gonna do and what he ain't gonna. You ain't gonna do nothing. You wanna worry about keeping your heart pumping in your chest, is what you wanna do. Yeah? About you gonna get the drop on someone. You best watch out you don't get dropped. That's on no word of a lie, yeah. I'm not that old myself yet, but I remember back in the times. I remember back in the early maybe not the 90s, but even maybe before my time. Yeah. I remember the days a certain man stayed in their station, yeah. Dons, you know what I'm saying? There used to be a standard where dons with medical issues knew just to keep their neck wound, you know what I mean? Keep their beak wound all the way in. There used to be a time that was standard, wasn't it? Long before the internet came along and everyone got some yammer. And I'm not going to lie, people could say the same about me, but listen, I've told you before, you know what to do. Yeah, that's what you can do. What you can do is jump straight into the DM. No, that's what we do, no. Yeah, where's all the exposed videos? Why be exposed? I'm in his DM and he don't want it. Not one of you funny style cats nowhere near the DM about you gonna get the drop. You ain't gonna get the drop. You ain't gonna get nothing. Like I said, you're gonna get dropped. That's what you want to worry about. Listen, honestly, I've never heard something so mad before in my life. I've never seen. This is for me the definition of a troll. Yeah, and we've had this before because when this cat, the Pork, George Groves exposed him. When George Groves, and obviously we know the Pork is a massive Carl Froch fan girl. Yeah, a Carl Froch man fan. In fact, the Pork epitomises what a man fan is when it comes to Carl Froch. Number one man fan. You can't say anything bad about Carl Froch, about sloppy Carl Froch. I like Carl Froch to be fair, but I'm just saying, no one's perfect. And the way that Pork noshes off good old Carl Froch. But anyway, like I was saying, back when Carl Froch and George Groves were having a beef, George Groves pulled up. Pork was supposed to meet George Groves at a pub, and the Pork, like he always does, went missing. Don't get me wrong, I'm under no illusions he'll pull up on Michael. Yeah, I don't know what funny style game Michael playing. That's on him. Yeah, I don't know what he do. I can't tell you. Yeah, so fair play. Like I said, I'm not a liar. I'm not someone who spins narratives. Yeah, if you want to call the Pork catching a dub on Michael, then that's what we gotta do. It's one of them ones. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, what can I say? Yeah, Michael don't want it. He becoming the next prime minister. He got other plans. Let's call it that. Let's leave it at that. Yeah, no doubt about that. 100%. So, where was I? But anyway, listen. Let's get back to the original point here. The original point is, your man the Pork. Yeah, and don't forget he started this. Don Spenny ain't even know who this cat was. Let's get that straight from the jump. Don Spenny ain't have a clue who that cat was. Not even a bit of a clue. Yeah? Much like, if you actually look into the history of it, the Pork has spent his life begging for some sort of relevance in the game. I.e., like for example, you never see the YB reaching out to these different men and saying, you know, trying to get put on kind of thing. You understand? Like, thirstily begging it, sending emails and stuff. You Amanda Pork was sending email. Eddie Hearn exposed it way back when. Eddie Hearn's tweeted about it. Porky was writing to Eddie Hearn in jail, the mob boss. Wait a minute. So whilst Porky was running the PC wing, he was writing 27-page letters to Eddie Hearn. He was writing 27-page letters to Eddie Hearn, begging to get put on with Matchroom. And that's where the sourness comes from, with the Pork and Matchroom, by the way. But anyway, that's the first thing. You got the other thing as well, the whole weird Carl Froch thing and all that kind of stuff. Just bit beggy, innit? Let's be all a spade a spade is. Begging for it. Begging to be in the mix or something. It's weird. And all the George Grove stuff as well. So this Spencer Fearon thing ain't nothing new. Yeah? Now, the bottom line is, the very bottom line is, for example, the other day, I got more videos coming soon. The other day, Tony Bellend tweeted me. I ain't tweet Tony Bellend. Tony Bellend tweeted me, and I said to him, let's have a go then. I didn't say to him, come down to my way. I said, listen, send location, no doubt. I'll probably get filled in, but let's run it, 100%. Tony Bellend, he ain't get back to me. That's what he ain't do. I'm not saying he shook, but no, but anyway, the point is, yeah, the pork, 6 months ago, the pork said to Spencer Fearon, I want you bad. Giving it all this mob talk. Oh, back in the 90s, I'd have done this. Back in the 90s, I'd have done that. Listen, back in the 90s, like I said, you'd have been smoking 2 light and 1 dark. That's what you would have been doing. You'd have been getting served up. 100%. Yeah? That's what would have been happening about what you'd have been doing. Yeah? You'd have had the pipe out. Sucking on that pipe. That's what you know what I mean? What's the capping for? What are we lying for? About 1994. Yeah? Like you want to be some half-ass, like, some knockoff, some fake wannabe Cray twins, Essex twins, or whatever the Essex boys thing. Well, I mean, all that cringy shit anyway. They're all goofies. They're all bums anyway. A lot of them are bums anyway, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's be real now. But UK criminals, for the most part, are bums. Let's be real. Name me any names. You don't know the names. That's what you don't know. They're all bums. To be fair, criminals in general, and all the ones you know about are bums because they got caught. Oops. Yeah. All the ones you hear about, they're bums because they're in jail. They're trying to, oh man, you know, I'm in jail and I need Snoop Dogg to get me free, and they're bums. Bottom line, all the people who got caught are bums. That's what happened. Yeah, that's why to some extent I rate them. I rate what's his name? I rate El Trapahan because listen, he doing the most right now. Yeah, he untouchable. He can't be touched. I'm just telling you what the facts say. The facts say he can't be touched. Oops. Yeah, that's why I rate that because everyone else get touched. Mr. Hutch, he in jail right now. It's peak for Mr. Hutch right now. He down all the way. The monk down bad right now. Anyway, let's get back to the story here. Let's get back to the pork, the fake PC mob boss. Yeah, the fake PC mob boss with rotten organs. I don't know, it's mad. I swear down here. Listen, let's be real now. If my organs ever start rotting, yeah, you best believe my beak is gonna be round all the way in. That's what happened to them days. People, you're supposed to know, wait a minute, I'm semi-disabled, let me just keep this on the low. Yeah? It's mad. But this is the internet, you see. The internet enables even semi-disabled dons to woof. It's mad. And the worst thing is, if something happens, yeah, let's say the pork tried to get the drop on the YB. And then, in fact, let's put it out there now. I'm telling you now, all the filth out there, yeah? If this don ends up flatline, don't be coming to me saying, oh, he had 2 kids and he had this. Yeah, I don't want to hear about it. Yeah, that's what we want to hear. Because you heard it. I'm telling you now, I'll defend myself as well. I'll put the videos up. Your man was woofing. Your pops was woofing about 2 kids. Yeah, he should have thought about his 2 kids when he was talking about getting, you know what I mean? When he was talking about 1994. That's what he should have been doing. Yeah. Rotten organ sounding ass about getting a drop. What's wrong with these guys? But again, it's this whole, for me, it's this whole Call of Duty attitude. The Call of Duty attitude where you can just jump on the internet and go mad. Yeah, I got 10 kills. Yeah, I'm doing the yeah. You can just you can chat all the. I've never really been a gamer myself, but I've heard about obviously, but you know what I mean. But you can. Well, it's not real, is it? You get these people, these so-called patriotic people as well, who loved, oh yeah, I love war. Yeah, war. Not one of them, man, have ever been involved in any type of war before, apart from on video games. Yeah, man, let's fly the flag. Yeah, flag, troops. Yeah? But meanwhile, you're all on internet playing computer games. Go out there, if you love it that much, go out there and get stuck in. How about that? Yeah? About how much you love war, because the only people I know who love war are the ones who ain't never been nowhere. All they've ever seen is computer games. They're the only ones. I've never heard, really, apart from the psychopath dons, you don't hear no one saying, yeah, I can't wait to go back. Bottom line, no one wants to do it. Facts. So, the point is, today's age is full of woofers. It's full of dons who ain't got no idea what they're talking about. And I'm not saying, am I the most qualified? Absolutely not. But I understand. Well, I believe I understand. Yeah? You won't hear me saying... Well, you hear me saying what I'm saying. The bottom line is, yeah, this cat here, this funny style cat, the pork, the PC mob boss, with rotten organs... My issue wasn't that he called out. From the jump, the reason I followed this story is, my main interest is in these kind of storylines. That's what gets me interested. I don't want to, I'm a somewhat of a casual, I am a casual fan. I don't watch boxing. I don't watch average bummy boxing. I'm not interested in it at all. I'm not interested in seeing two bums I don't like fight. Even if they're world champions. For example, Sonny Edwards, he fought. Couldn't tell you who he fought. Not interested. Not even a bit interested. Yeah? No doubt about it. So, I'd rather watch... I'd rather watch Michael and Pork fight than Sonny Edwards. That's a fact. I don't care what no one says. That's just what it is. Oops. Yeah, take it. Oh, but he got a belt. I don't care what he got. I'm just telling you. Yeah? And some of you man will argue, oh no, I like watching Sonny. Good for you. I'm just telling you what I like. So, like I said, the reason I got involved in this was because back 6 months ago, I thought, well, fair play. Pork was woofing about he won it. So I was trying to get this moving. I want to see it, bottom line. Yeah? And then, tutus, you've seen the videos there. My man talking about 1994, saying you can get it on the hard road. Then, about 3 months ago, conveniently, because for 2 years, the pork had, for people who don't know the story, for 2 years, yeah, the pork had been woofing, saying all this kind of stuff about, yeah, you're gonna get it, Spencer X, and yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. I'm a mob. I'm from Doncaster. I'm a Doncaster mob. Yeah, I run the Doncaster mob and all this. He's mad. I run the Doncaster mob and I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, doing way too much for 2 years. Anyway, 2-2s. Spencer finally claps back, and that's when I kind of clocked onto this whole thing. Spencer claps back, at which point, conveniently, within a week of Spencer clapping back, the pork ends up in Turkey, and he allegedly sick. Oops. Yeah, one of them ones. But I said fine. Or I was convinced to say fine. He said, oh, no. I'm just going to get well, and then I'm coming straight back, and we're going to get it on. That's what he said. I thought, you know what, and that's what I've left it. I haven't done this topic for months. So I left it. But then, as I left it, this cat started woofing again. But you notice how the goalposts have moved now. It started off, Spencer, you can get it on the hard road, because I'm a PC wing Doncaster mob boss. Fine. No one can knock that. And I've said before, I'm going to be honest with you, Spencer Fearon said a few times, oh, I'm not going to give it any energy and all that. I don't rate that myself. I'm not going to lie to you. I can show you the conversation. I've said to Spencer Fearon that no, that's dead. Yeah, if the pork wants it, you should give it to him. I don't all this. I'm not me personally. I'm not into. I find that all the energy rubbish myself. If he wants it, yeah. And I'm not saying I would never. For example, if someone was saying, "Oh, I want to catch you on the street and let's get the tools out," that's dead. But as far as boxing goes, I don't see nothing wrong with going in there and having a few rounds and settling. I think that's how things should be settled myself. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, if Pork wants it, give it to him. Especially when you've got a boxing background, there's no excuse not to. Energy or no energy, go in there and get crack on. And I've said that. So that's my base case. If Pork wanted it and Spencer was saying, oh, it's not I'm not going to give my energy to it, that's dead. And that'll be a big L for Spencer. That's from my opinion. I ain't going to lie to you. That's the bottom line. Yeah? That's my position. And that's why I say with the whole Michael thing as well. Where he gone? Oops. Where he Yeah, he gone missing. Porky pulled up and ain't no one seen you since or heard from me since on this topic. Dead. You're shook. That's what it looks like, I'm telling you now. It looks like Pork has put the fear of God into Michael. That's the... Hey, what can I say? Yeah? Bottom line, because what we do know is, to Pork's credit, before Pork pulled up on Michael had videos out there saying, yeah, when I see Pork, I'm going to grab him by the neck. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. He ain't do nothing. Oops. Yeah, and that ain't a problem. I understand. I justify to some extent why you wouldn't do something. Because Pork is rotten, he's falling apart. Yeah, so I get that. But then again, the whole point of you not doing something was that you meant to initiate the gym fight. That's what was supposed to happen. Michael said nothing about no gym fight. He missing right now. And in fact, I even told Michael, I said, Michael, send an email to the Pork and ask him for a location and a date. Michael telling me about, oh, well, me and you need to spar, because if me and you spar, then if me and you spar, then that's going to put pressure on. What the fuck? This guy. And at that point, I thought, no, this guy's dead, man. This guy's on some next thing. This guy's dead. And at that point, I deaded it off, and that's the end of that. He done. For me, Pork is 1-0 to Pork and 0 to Michael. In fact, it's 2 to Pork. Yeah, because Pork pulled up, Michael, after woofing, ain't do nothing. That's the first loss. The next loss was when Michael went missing for the last 2 weeks. And the only conclusion is he's shook. I don't know what it's about. Yeah? I don't know. That's just what it is. Anyway. Again. Back to this. What that shows you about me is, yeah, I've told you before, I judge things on a case-by-case basis. I don't have no narratives. Like I said, if Pork was still saying he wants it and Spencer was saying he ain't gonna give no energy to it, I'll be calling that 1-0 to Pork. I ain't gonna lie. Oops. Yeah, I'm just gonna call it what it was. However, that's not what's transpired. What's transpired here is, Pork said he won it on the hard road. You can get it anywhere. I'm not bothered about you. Yeah? You're not bothered about him, you said. A quick trip to Turkey, 3 months later, all of a sudden, you're talking about 154. Oh, come down. And the thing is, for me, it shows how the mindset's changed, because in about 10 videos, all of a sudden, it's all about 154. When before you went to Turkey, before the reality set in, before Spencer actually started clapping back saying you can get it, yeah? Because for 2 years, Spencer didn't respond. And Pork was loving it. Yeah, you can get it anytime, no problem. We can do it now. Then, after Spencer responded, all of a sudden, 154. Now, people can look into it. Spencer Fearon, 25 years ago in his prime, cutting weight, has only ever fought at 147. 25 years ago in his prime. So how is he going to get down to 154 25 years later? And besides, who's going to cut weight? You don't cut weight for this kind of thing. It's not a proper fight. So I think that's odd. And again, I wouldn't mind so much. Fair enough. If Pork was saying from the jump, meet me at 154, then it's still a bit suspect, but whatever. But why is it changed for? You was meant to be the big hard man who's going to chop people up. Now all of a sudden, you want a man who he hasn't been at 154 ever in his life. That's a fact. Because even when Spencer Fearon was fighting at 147, he'd be walking around at 165. Probably even heavier than that, 170 or whatever. Either way, it was nowhere near 154. That's a fact. So now, 25 years later, why is he going to go down? And that shows, and people who know me know, I say it every time, I follow behaviour. So why your behaviour and your attitude changing? You was on the hard road. You was talking super greasy. Now it's almost like, I believe Pork has gone away and researched Spencer X and thought, oh, yeah, look at the weight, yeah, I'll say this, and yeah, one of them ones. That's the only explanation. Where all of a sudden has this big 154 narrative gone? Why are you moving the goalposts? I thought you was hard. I thought you just wanted it. I thought you just wanted Spencer. Now you want him at a weight that he ain't been at ever for the last 20 years. How'd that make sense? It's weird. That for me is a big duck. And like I said, if it was the other way around, I'll tell you straight, yep. The same way I just told you, Michael's got 2 losses against Pork. Facts, 2 KO losses. Yeah, Michael is 2-0 against the Pork right now. That's a fact. 2-0 down. There's no doubt about that. He's been punked. Facts. But in the same breath, this right here is a duck. The Pork's telling you he's scared to death of Spencer X. He knows Spencer X or Don Spenny ain't never gonna go down to no 154. Why are you gonna do? Why is a man who it doesn't even make sense? You can't even get there. Even if he wanted to get there, he couldn't get there. Yeah, he was drained at 147 25 years ago. So explain it. Explain to the people why you've changed. Oh, well, I've lost weight. Whose fault's that? Yeah? If you lost weight, you need to wind your beak in. And that's all I've ever said. You need to apologise and say you were sorry and you're wrong. You can't move the goalposts. It's like saying, well, I mean, the other thing, look at the attitude here as well. It's like, yeah, I'm not bothered about you. You couldn't box even in your best days. Well, if he couldn't box in his best days, why are you trying to get him to drain down to a weight he ain't never weighed at? If he can't box, go and show he can't box. You put weight on if you're not comfortable. You put weight on, because what we know is Spencer Fearon's never said, "Oh, Porky, you can't be more than 200 pounds." He never said that. He said you can get it, no problem, no weights, no problem. In fact, Spencer Fearon even said you can get it with one hand. Oops. So you're scared. The Pork is scared of a man with one hand who can't apparently box. So scared he's trying to essentially price himself out. Yeah, this is the equivalent of pricing yourself out, moving the goalposts. Oh yeah, well, come down to a weight you're never gonna make. Well, what's the point in that? It's like saying it's the equivalent of when boxers say, "Oh, I want 20 mil for a fight that's worth 2 mil." Never gonna happen. But it's used because it gives them almost plausible deniability. Well, yeah, I wanted it. Oh, I told you I wanted it. Yeah, Spencer. In fact, I reckon the Pork thinks he's so... The Pork and all of his goofy man fans are going to try and use this to say, oh, yeah, Spencer, why are you ducking for? Yeah, Spencer's ducked because he hasn't drained down 50 pounds. And bear in mind, people, yeah, it's not even like you can say, well, YB, Pork's put up $500,000. And it's a big payday, so Spencer should make an effort. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, if Pork put up if Pork put up a couple $100,000, I'll say, you know what, man, you gotta get this in, and you gotta cut that away. But it's not even. Why? I mean, to go through all that stress, what for a free sparring session against a man you say he can't even box with one hand? Explain it. I'm baffled. It don't make no sense. He can't box. So the point is, the bottom line here is, people, yeah, don't throw insults when you ain't really about it like that. Because if you was about it like that, you'd be saying, you can't box, and I'm going to show you can't box at any weight. Just like you were saying 6 months ago before he started responding. Now it's become more real to the Pork. That's why he's changed. The minute Spencer started clapping back, he realised, damn, this is real now. I'm gonna need to, and he's found a way out of it. The same way he found a way out of it 3 months ago when he conveniently popped off the turkey. Yeah, he popped off the turkey and built in a nice little, oh yeah, well, he was brainstorming with Max of ways to get, let's do a brainstorm of things we can come up with. But don't forget as well, people, this wasn't the first thing. Initially, Spencer X wanted to box off the Pork's head on a show. And Don Spenny sent in a contract to Pork. And Pork, on one of his gophers, yeah, De Freitas, or Freitas, yeah, Apple fritter. Some Don called Apple fritter. Yeah, yeah. Some Don called Apple fritter came along and was saying, yeah, the contract's rubbish and whatever else. But again, it was another, what would you call it? I'm not even sure what the term is. But either way, it's another complaining point. Rather than look at the contract and negotiate as you're supposed to do, Pork just came out and said, oh, the contract's rubbish. Look at this part. Look at that part. Well, wait there. If you want the fight, why don't you just negotiate like everyone else does? You don't come out on the first day. Pork never sent back no drafts, by the way. On the first draft of the contract, Pork published it and said, oh, look at this, is awful. And all of his goofy, no IQ having ass, no legal experience having ass man fans, oh yeah, Pork, this is awful contract. Well, if you want to fight, Pork, why don't you send a better draft back? Why don't you respond? Oops, because you didn't want it. The same way now you moved the goalpost. Yeah? And I'm not being funny, but Don Spenny offered Pork 20 grand in cash. Up front. Yeah? 20 grand in cash to fight. And Pork was saying, no, that's not a lot of money. Well, wait a minute. How much are you putting up then? Oops, you ain't putting nothing up. So, it shows you the mindset here. 1 minute, 20 grand ain't enough, and I don't want a contract. Now it's not the money, now it's the weight you need to come. It's all this, you shook, yeah? And you're still trying to, rather than admit, yeah, that you shook, rather than admit that you've been got, rather than admit you've been topped, you're still trying to go along with this hard man attitude. What should happen now is, if Pork was honest, he should come out and say, listen, I'm sorry, I've woofed up the place, yeah, I've barked, I've woofed too hard. Listen, you have to know the people. Pork's quite good at knowing people who he can do things with. Yeah, he knew he could pull up on Michael. He ain't pulling up on Don Spenny like that, he ain't. And that's why the attitude's different. He talking about weight, he talking about not enough money, it's typical things when people don't want it. And I don't rate that. If you're trying to be bad mind, be bad mind. I've never heard no bad mind. Oh, but the weight, but the money, but the contract. You're shook. Yeah, Pork, you are shook to death at Don Spenny. That's the start and the end of it. And anyone who's looking at things rationally, that's the only conclusion there is. Yeah? Don Spenny ain't coming down to 155 unless you got a whole bunch of coin. That's what ain't going to happen. About he needs to lose £30. What's this guy? What planet is this guy on? And again, for me, that's the whole reason that you don't call people out. Do you understand? People that are twice your size, you don't call out. That's the point. That's what I was saying earlier about what's happened to the world where people with rotten organs can just woof on the internet and just chat the most. You're supposed to know your place and know who you can try it with and who you can't try it with. Well, you know what? I better not try it with Don Spenny because he's £200 and he's an ex-boxer and he's going to give it to me with one hand. That's what I best not do. That's what's supposed to go through your head. Not, well, I'm going to woof and then I'm going to set a whole bunch of parameters in there that I know he can't fulfill and then still try and carry on like I'm really hard. You're an embarrassment and you've cacked your pants. Your asshole has been purring from, yeah, it's been purring for Max. that's the facts here, people. Yeah, the pork sphincter has been purring. Yeah, like that. Yeah, making these little soft movements at the idea of Don Spenny. And that's what's happened here. And there's no doubt about that. And I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of you Pork Man fans. Oh, YB, mate. Yeah, you've been paid off, mate. Yeah, I'm Team Pork. Yeah, I'm Team the man who calls people out and then tries to put in a weight class that the guy's never been at for 30 years. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely the one paid off. That's 100% correct. Yeah, I'm the one paid off because you, man, are justifying a troll just defending his right to troll. That's what you're seeing here. The Pork's basically saying, I want to defend my right to troll no matter what. Rather than say you've been got, rather than say that you ain't won it and you've been topped. That's what an honest man would say. You know what? I made a misstep here. I need to know my league. And my league is Michael. I can stay punking Michael all day and night. He ain't going to do nothing. That's what he ain't going to do. But Don Spenny, there's levels to this game. That's what everyone must appreciate that. You must appreciate the levels to this game. And Don Spenny ain't in your level. That's what you've shown the world. Not me. It's not my opinion. Like I said, 6 months ago, when you was woofing, I thought, you know what, fair play. We'll see how this goes. Not in terms of who would win. I know that Don Spenny will box your ears off, but I'm talking about in terms of even if you had got your ears boxed off, you going in there with Don Spenny 6 months ago, you'd have my respect. Because you'd have done what you said you were going to do. That's all anyone can ask for. You to do what you said you were going to do. Get it on the hard road. Not get it on the hard road and come down to a weight that you ain't been at. That don't make no sense. You don't want it. Oops. Yeah? You cacked your pants. Your ass is gone. That's what it has done. The big Doncaster mob boss ass is flapped at the idea of Don Spenny. Clapping them cheeks for him. Good and proper. Yeah? Crisping his bacon off for him. No doubt.